Did you know that more than 15,000 Americans died from diphtheria in 1921 before there was a vaccine? And only one case of diphtheria has been reported to the CDC since 2004. That's according to cdc.gov. This is an astonishing fact. At one point, vaccinations were something people felt were incredibly necessary. Unfortunately, there is an anti-vaccination movement sweeping across our nation, which is putting people at risk for many diseases to make a comeback. The Center for Disease Control, or the CDC, is doing what they can to combat this movement, but they are limited to what they can do. There are tons of available resources about vaccinations, what's in them, schedules, when to vaccinate, how to vaccinate, who should get vaccinated, who should not be vaccinated, because there's a small percentage of people who should not be vaccinated. There's so many resources available. They're available at cdc.gov, your doctor's pharmacy, public health office, and other internet websites. They have, on the CDC website alone, they have posters, fact sheets, articles, public service announcements, research, current and past, podcasts, infographics, vaccination information statements, web tools, and e-cards. All of these vaccination pamphlets and any other information are all easily accessible, and they're readily available in easy pull-down tabs on the site. Or if you just ask your doctor, they can direct you, or they have pamphlets. Vaccination information statements are given to you each time you have a child go in for a vaccination. I have a stack this thick of them. As a mother of 3, vaccinations are something we're pretty well aware of at this point, and we do quite often. So, they give a sheet, and it tells you what your child's being vaccinated for, what is in the vaccine, what it prevents, and it has a ton of information on it. And it's automatically given to you every time your child is vaccinated. All the sources are easy to follow and understand on the website. I spent time extensively going through it. Materials such as posters are everywhere. You can't go to a doctor's office, a pharmacy, even just a grocery store without seeing something about vaccinations, even if it's just something as simple as getting your flu shot. But it's everywhere. I don't think that with everything the CDC is doing, I don't think that they can really do more. We have laws that require children that are going to public school to be vaccinated unless you have your exemption form or whatever, but you can't force people to vaccinate their children. And you can't impede on their First Amendment right of free speech. There are so many websites and even medical journals and things out there that have false claims about vaccinations, but they can't put a stop to it because it's people's right to say whatever they want, no matter if it's research-based or not. You can't force parents to research at all about vaccinations, whether it's right or wrong. And you can't force parents to research credible sources. I read an article about this, or blog about this girl who described herself as a crunchy parent, and she was anti-vaccination all the way. And then she really started looking, and everything she looked into was websites given to her by other anti-vax parents. And so she just believed it and believed it and believed it. And then she finally had an epiphany and decided to research what the CDC had to say. And now she says that she's completely on the opposite side of that, and her kids are catching up on their vaccines because they're the right thing to do, and it's there to make sure your children stay healthy. The CDC also makes it extremely, extremely easy to report adverse events, which means negative side effects from a vaccine, whether it's rarely does it cause, if it causes death, or rarely sometimes the DTaP can cause seizures and stuff. All this is extremely rare, but they make it very easy. It's a simple form you fill out and you send it in. They also encourage people to do this because they want to make sure that their research is up to date. And if a vaccine's not safe, they want to fix that. They want to make sure that they're safe, and they want to make sure that they're effective. So they encourage people to, if something's wrong, to report it and tell them that they're wrong and that they need to fix it. The CDC is doing the best it can to combat the anti-vaccination movements. They have multiple easy resources and tools available online at doctors' offices, public health, and many more places. They make it easy to report any problems, and they encourage you to do so. And also, they cannot impede on the rights of others, even if it would make people safer.